So this weekend here in Kansas City, Missouri, Thomas Rousseau and the Patriot Front, they were marching downtown with their American flags and everything. A whole group of white men, they were marching with their American flags. They did have their faces covered up, and we'll get to that reason why in just a second. But my whole thing is, y'all have to stop being propaganda bitches. Just because a group of white men are marching with American flags, y'all on the internet talking about, these racist white supremacy groups out here comfortable enough. See, it's Trump's fault. Trump is in office and he got them comfortable enough to be racist and walk these streets with their American flags and blah, blah, blah. And so, I do my own research, and I'm glad I did, because this interview right here is great. I recommend everybody going to go see this Thomas Rousseau and PBD podcast with David Fiasco. Go watch this interview for yourself. Thomas Rousseau was very knowledgeable. He knows his shit. He knows his history. He can reference any documentation. He can answer any question thrown his way with knowledge and dignity and calmness. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. That's what gets me about a person. I don't give a fuck what color you are, what nationality you are, none of that type of shit. As long as you stand for something and you know why you stand for it and you can answer questions and probably educate a motherfucker on some shit, you're my type of person. So I like Thomas. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. You have to do your own research. So anyway, basically, Thomas is America first. He's a true American citizen patriot. He loves our Constitution, our forefathers, and the morals and values that they stood on at that time to allow American citizens to love our country. In today's time, everything has been melted down. There's so many different religions: Hinduism, Judaism, Muslim, just all of these different religions, all these different nationalities, so many different genders. It's just too much going the fuck on. And it's not an America first, patriot, American loving country how it should be. And that is true. That is true. All they doing is marching with American flags, and they're the enemy. That's why they had their faces covered up, because as a white person loving your country, having an American flag, you're automatically considered the enemy. You're racist, you're hateful, your grandparents were slave masters. It's insane. White people are oppressed as fuck. And so they cover their faces because they don't want to be canceled and fired for, they're just marching peacefully. They're not hurting anybody. They're not threatening anybody. They're not spewing racist, hateful rhetoric or none of that type of shit. They are more on America first. And my whole thing is, black people love to involve themselves in everything. Y'all want to be the victim in every situation. He didn't mention niggas one time. Not one time. David asked him a couple questions about black people, and yeah, he answered the questions, but his stance is about America first, illegal immigration. He don't like the dual citizenship either. Pick a side. You either love this country or that country. It's about America first. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that at all. I think that's actually commendable, because yes, this is America. Any tax-paying American citizen, you're raising your kids here and everything. I don't understand why you would hate this country and why you would look at somebody as an enemy who is a patriot and who's walking with an American flag. That doesn't make sense. This is the only country in the world who, if you love your country and if you're a patriot, then you're an enemy. That makes no type of fucking sense. So anyway, like I said, you got to just do your own research. And then y'all talking about Trump being in office got the white supremacists comfortable enough to do it. First of all, he ain't all the way agree with Trump anyway. He ain't agree with Trump with the whole Netanyahu Israel alliance shit, which is anybody who don't agree with Trump who actually knows what the fuck is going on in the world. That's the reason. Only niggas who's Democrats who don't know shit about nothing but the fact that they're black is talking about racist shit. Y'all want to make Trump a racist KKK member so fucking bad. You can't reference this shit. You have no proof, no evidence of any of this shit. You're just propaganda headline news type bitches. So that's all you know is the propaganda that's spewed out. Ignorant. So anyway, that's why you got to do your own research. So anyway, he don't even, he cool, he does, like Trump, but doesn't like everything about Trump. And then Elon Musk banned him and his Patriot Front group from Twitter, just based off of the backlash that they get for being white American patriots. Okay, so that's a bunch of bullshit. When y'all want to involve Trump, y'all want to involve Trump in every fucking thing that has to do with anything negative, completely overlooking. I'm not even about to give you bitches all these lessons, but like I said, learn to do your own fucking research, because you bitches be hella lost out here. Anyway, Thomas Rousseau is very fucking smart. intelligent, knowledgeable. He said nothing racist, nothing hateful. He condemned slavery, condemned the KKK, all of that shit. He's just a proud white American man. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Why can't white people be proud to be white people? Black people got Black History Month, Juneteenth, Black entertainment television, Black owned businesses, black, all everywhere, every day, your whole life. Okay, cool, that's fine. Does that mean that we racist and hate white people just because we celebrate our heritage and our history and where we come from and represent our shit? No. We just simply celebrating us. Mexican Americans got Cinco de Mayo. Whatever. The point is, there's nothing wrong with white people being proud of who they are. All white people in history were not slave owners and slave masters. Europeans contributed to this country. Europeans have heritage in history as well. Okay, starting with all of the presidents and the Constitution that was written, all those types of things. And so that's where he's at with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's very smart. You can learn some shit from him. And the fact that he's only 26, 27 years old, he's young and this knowledgeable and this strong to stand on what he believes in, I don't know. That's commendable to me. So, like I said, Thomas ain't said nothing wrong. He ain't did nothing wrong. They was down here marching for America first patriotism. That's what they're marching for. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. So, yeah, that's how I feel about Thomas Rousseau and him and his Patriot Front group who was down here marching in Kansas City this weekend. You got to do your own research and see what people are about before you just allow the propaganda to just consume your mind and be the only thing that dictates your whole existence. Y'all let propaganda and media headlines and other people's point of views just dictate your whole life. And you walk around here lost and don't know what's going on. And that's why Kamala lost. Because her voters were a bunch of propaganda bitches.